You know that feeling, right? You're staring down some task. Could be work, could be the gym, could just be life admin. And your brain just goes, nope, not today.
Absolutely. We all hit that wall, that disconnect between wanting something and actually, doing it.
Yeah, staying consistent when you're just not feeling motivated, it's tough. And that's really what we want to get into today.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we're on a mission. We want to pull out some really practical, hands-on strategies you can use.
Strategies for sticking with things, yeah. Projects, fitness, just general adulting.
Yeah.
Even when that get up and go has, gotten up and gone.
Right. We've looked at some pretty interesting stuff, research practical guides, and we've kind of boiled it down to 5 core ideas that seem to really work.
Okay, 5 key takeaways. So what are we covering?
Well, the 2-minute rule sounds small, but it's powerful. Then shifting focus from goals to systems.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Interesting.
Okay. Then embracing good enough, letting go of perfectionism. Also, using accountability effectively, like accountability hacks.
Ooh, I like the sound of acts.
Yeah. And finally, the importance of rewarding yourself, not just for the end result, but for the effort along the way.
Cool. Sounds like a solid plan. Where should we start? That 2-minute rule?
Let's do it. The 2-minute rule. It's elegantly simple. When you're resisting a task, just commit to doing it for 2 minutes. That's it.
2 minutes. It almost sounds too easy. Like, what can you really get done?
Well, that's kind of the point. It tackles the biggest hurdle first.
Yeah.
Starting. Getting over that initial inertia. Yeah.
Okay. So it's psychological, like tricking your brain into just beginning.
Exactly. Because often, once you've actually started, even for just those 120 seconds, the momentum kind of takes over. You often find yourself continuing longer.
It's like pushing a car, right? Hardest part is getting it rolling.
Perfect analogy. And hey, even if you do stop after exactly 2 minutes, that's still a win.
How so?
Because you engaged. You didn't completely avoid it. You showed up.
Yeah.
That act itself, however small, reinforces the idea that you are someone who takes action.
Okay, I see. So it builds a tiny bit of positive reinforcement. Let's make it real for people listening. How could you apply this? Say, exercise.
Right. You're dreading the workout. The rule says, okay, just put on your workout clothes and do jumping jacks for 2 minutes. Or maybe just 2 minutes of stretching.
Just get dressed and move a little?
Yeah.
Okay. What about like writing? Staring at a blank page?
I'll just open the document and write 1 sentence. Or I'll brainstorm ideas for 2 minutes. Low pressure.
Or tidying up that messy desk.
I'll just clear this one corner. 2 minutes. Set a timer if you need to.
Right. So for you listening, think about it. What's that thing you're avoiding? And what's the absolute tiniest 2-minute version you could commit to, like right now?
That's the key question. It reframes it, makes it feel less overwhelming.
Definitely. Okay, great start. What's next? You mentioned systems over goals. That sounds a bit counterintuitive.
It can seem that way at first, yeah. We're always told, set big goals, dream big.
Right. Smart goals and all that.
And goals are important, don't get me wrong. They give you direction. But for consistency, the research and a lot of practical advice points towards focusing on your systems.
Okay, define systems in this context.
Systems are the processes, the habits, the routines you follow regularly that lead to the goal. Goals are the result you want. Systems are the actions you take.
So goal is the destination. System is the daily driving.
Exactly. Consistency doesn't happen in one big leap. It's the sum of those small, repeated actions. Systems provide the structure for those actions.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Goal, write a book. Feels huge, right?
Yeah.
System, write 200 words every morning before checking email.
Ah, okay. Much more manageable.
Daily action.
Or goal, get fit. System, do 10 push-ups immediately after brushing my teeth. Or go for a walk during my lunch break 3 times a week.
So you're focusing on the controllable input, not just the potentially distant output.
Precisely. And the beauty is when you focus on the system, you get to feel successful every time you complete the action. Right. You wrote your 200 words, win for the day, did your push-ups, another win.
Exactly. It shifts the focus from this far-off ideal to the immediate steps you can control. Builds momentum, makes it feel less daunting.
So again, for you listening, look at your goals. What are the small, repeatable, daily or weekly systems you could build to actually move towards them?
That reframing can be a real game changer.
Definitely feels less overwhelming. Okay, what's our third strategy? You said something about good enough. Sounds like lowering the bar.
It is, in a way. But it's about being realistic and fighting perfectionism. Perfectionism can absolutely kill consistency.
How so? Because you feel like if you can't do it perfectly, you shouldn't do it at all.
Exactly that. Life happens, right? Some days you're on fire, full of energy, ready to crush it.
Yeah, those are the good days.
But other days, you're tired, stressed, short on time. If your standard is always perfect performance, those off days often lead to doing nothing. You abandon ship.
The all or nothing trap.
Totally. Embracing good enough means acknowledging that variation. It means that on those tough days, showing up and doing something, even if it's not your best, is infinitely better than doing nothing.
So consistency over intensity sometimes.
In the long run, yes.
Yeah.
Think about it. Instead of skipping your workout completely because you only have 15 minutes, do a 15-minute walk or some quick stretches. Not your ideal workout, but it's something. You kept the chain going.
Okay. Or food. Too tired to cook that healthy meal.
Instead of ordering greasy takeout, maybe you grab a decent ready meal or even just like some fruit and yogurt. It's good enough. It avoids a complete derailment.
Right. It's about damage control almost, preventing the slide, maintaining a baseline.
Exactly. Consistency isn't about hitting a home run every single day. It's about not striking out completely. It's about staying in the game.
So where in your life might that perfectionist voice be stopping you? Where could aiming for good enough actually help you be more consistent? Worth thinking about.
It really is. On a self-assessment there. Okay, moving on. Strategy number 4. Accountability.
Ah, yes. The cheat code, as you called it.
Well, it can feel like that sometimes. Knowing someone else is expecting something from you or just knows what you're aiming for, it's a powerful motivator.
It taps into that social pressure thing, doesn't it? Not wanting to let people down.
Absolutely. We're often more likely to follow through when we feel accountable to others. It's just, well, human nature for many of us.
So how do you actually use accountability? What are the options?
Loads of ways. Could be super simple, like just telling a friend your goal.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm planning to meditate for 5 minutes every morning this week.
Just putting it out there.
Or you could join a group, an online challenge, a local club, whatever. Sharing progress publicly, even anonymously sometimes, can help.
Finding an accountability buddy, someone with a similar goal.
That's a classic for a reason. You check in with each other. Did you do your workout today? How's the writing going?
That little nudge, knowing someone might ask.
Yeah, it adds that external push, like that example of texting a workout buddy after every gym visit. You don't want to be the one who has to text, skipped it again. You don't want to flake.
Right. So thinking about your own situation, who could be that person for you? Or what kind of group or public commitment might actually light a fire under you?
Finding the right fit is key there. Okay, last one. Strategy number 5. Rewards.
Ah, the fun part.
Should be. Look, sticking with something new, building consistency, it can feel like hard work because, well, often it is initially. Positive reinforcement makes it feel less like a chore.
Makes the brain associate the effort with something pleasant.
Exactly. It helps wire that habit in. But the crucial thing here is rewarding the effort, the consistency, not just waiting for the big end result.
Why is that distinction important?
Because big results can take time. If you only reward yourself when you hit the massive goal, you might give up long before you get there. Rewarding the consistent action keeps you going.
Okay, so reward showing up, reward sticking to the system.
Right. Finished your writing session for the day according to your system. Maybe that unlocks watching an episode of your favorite show.
Nice. Or stuck to your healthy eating plan all week.
Maybe you treat yourself to that slightly nicer coffee on Friday or dedicate Saturday afternoon to a hobby you love.
So the rewards don't have to be huge or expensive, just something you actually enjoy and look forward to.
Definitely. Needs to be motivating for you. It links the effort to an immediate or near immediate positive feeling. Makes the whole process more engaging, less of a grind.
So what small, meaningful rewards could you tie to your consistent actions? Something to make it feel, well, rewarding.
That personal touch makes all the difference. Okay, so that's our 5. Quick recap.
Let's do it. We started with the 2-minute rule. Just start, even tiny.
Then focusing on systems, not just goals. Build the daily process.
Embracing good enough, fight perfectionism, stay in the game.
Using accountability, leverage that external motivation.
And finally, reward yourself, reinforce the consistent effort.
Pretty solid toolkit, I think.
Yeah, really practical stuff. So the big question for everyone listening, pulling this all together.
What's one thing, just one specific action, using maybe one of these strategies that you'll commit to doing consistently this week?
Just one. Pick it now. Commit to it.
And remember, building consistency is a journey, right?
Yeah.
It's about trying things, seeing what works for you, adjusting as you go.
Absolutely. Keep experimenting. Keep tweaking these ideas. Keep moving forward.
We'll be back next time for another deep dive.